Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. No Toriko until this cough. I I think I got it from my job. That's what I think happened. But regardless, until I at least semi get rid of it or do something with it. But you know, I might try to do a Toriko thing, depending on how I feel on Thursday, because there is no One Piece chapter review, no One Piece chapter this week. So we'll see how that goes. But this is going to be another first impressions. I will probably upload this along with something else of one of the first impressions tomorrow. I should say today, later today. Death Parade. I honestly have this to say about it. Literally, one of the best animes of the winter. The only thing that could stack higher than this is probably JoJo. Notice I'm not mentioning Elden Zero and all the others because Elden no, mm, I don't even think Aldenor is. I think it's lost its edge. I think Death Parade is definitely the better show for this season, aside from JoJo. Damn it. Especially when you consider what they did. Because obviously, Death Parade, if anyone who doesn't know what Death Parade is based on this OVA that came out, I think, last year or whatever year, called Death Billiards. And they made an anime out of it based on that. And basically, what happens is, I don't want to spoil though, but logistically, what happens is you get there's this bar pretty much, and these people get sent to the bar, go to the bar through this elevator, and they're told these rules, and they have to play a game, and on so on and so forth. I'm not going to say exactly what happens, but I will say this. As far as what was done in the first 3 episodes, animation, it's Madhouse, it's fucking flawless. Music. Even though the opening song is like so upbeat, and it's called Death Billiards, Death Parade, still love it. Love the holy hell out of it. Just love the fuck out of it. It's just amazing, well done attempt at an anime. It's just fantastic. The music, the animation, and here's the thing about the story. I like it. I like it a lot because what's interesting about this is that they don't just say, "Oh, here's this couple, here's these people," and each and every one of them that come in, it's like, it's the same shit. It's the same kind of person. No, they change it up. And that's what I like. I really do. Like the people you meet show up at the bar in episode 1, juxtapose, you get the people who show up in episode 3, it's like night and day. And it's a refreshing take to see that. And I really like it. I really like Death Parade. It's very especially that episode 3. That episode 3, whoa, so much feels. I was crying. I really was. I'm dead ass. I was crying with that episode. So a 9 out of 10. I 9 out of 10. I'm telling you guys right now. Definitely gonna do an anime series review when this is over. Get my final thoughts on it because this so far has turned out to be uh, gold. I would say so. Madhouse again. They come out with just the fantastic shit, and this was a great show so far. And I also like that there are other characters, because if anyone has seen Death Billiards, you only get introduced, you don't get introduced to a lot of people who work at the bar. You just get the bartender, and that's it. But in this show, there's the bartender, there's this new girl who shows up, then there's this other girl, and then there's this guy, a bunch of other characters. You get a feel for the show more, and the interactions that each of the characters have with each other. So it really, adds to the story. So, yeah, 9 out of 10. I know 9 out of 10 is gutsy, and it's like, well, that's a high rating. But listen, man, the music is great, the animation is great, and I really like the story. The story about how these people are, and I know I'm not telling you the whole story here, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. Anyone who's seen Death Billiards knows what the surprise is. And it really is, it says a lot of things. And when the show named Death Parade, you can pretty much guarantee that it's has to do with death. And I will say this, though. The bartender, he's like, I guess you could say an arbiter, if you will, on the people who show up at the bar when we play the games. And I dig it. I really dig this show. And I do really believe that it's up there. It is possibly one of the best of the season. The only thing that comes close to it, or even better than it, is probably JoJo. It's JoJo, I mean, you know. But this one really surprised me because, excuse me, I didn't expect it by episode 3 to like throw this curveball at me. I didn't expect it to be like this and change it up a bit. I'm like, okay, very interesting, very intriguing. It's not what I thought, but overall, like I said, 9 out of 10, all across the boards. If you don't believe me, go watch the first 3 episodes. Check it out for yourself. But I really suggest everyone watch Death Parade. It is fucking amazing. It really is. It really is. It's no lie. No freaking lie. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. Bankai 922. Sorry about this cough I've been having. I got it like over. I really believe I got it in my job. Not by person, but I was like in the basement doing something, moving boxes and shit. And I must have inhaled dust or some shit or whatever. And that's what caused the sore throat. But I think I can do Toriko on Thursday. But like I said, we'll see. Not making any promises. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. Bankai 922. See you guys later. Go check out Death Parade. I will upload this probably later today, along with maybe another first impressions. I only got one more left. Assassination Classroom. Now, some people want me to do on Tokyo Ghouls. That's going to be hard because, like I said before, it's not following manga. And I just wonder about it, like, why? But I might just, when it's over, rewatch the whole series, every episode after it's over, and just get my afterthoughts on it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Another thing I like about this show, like the body parts, when they play the game, the body parts are like shown in the games. Like, you got bowling. The bowling ball supposedly has the person's, one of their organs, and on the dartboard, each spot it represents an organ, a part of the body. Pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. I'll see you guys later.